about something that apply to everybody. Now, apply to everybody means if you have a question about a food or something about the 6-week challenge, you ask it in the challenge group. We're going to go over that. You don't text me about it, okay? Because everybody can benefit from the answer. If you have a personal situation and you need to talk to me about it, then you text me. If you have a question that applies to the whole group, then you ask it in the challenge group. That would be, you know, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Can I get this from the grocery store? If you text me a question that applies to everybody and I don't answer it, it's because you should have asked it in the group. If I tell you, ask it in the group, and you tell me I'm in the grocery store, then you did not plan ahead. Does that make sense? You don't wait till you get to the grocery store and you're standing in front of the green bean counter and you got a question about canned green beans or fresh green beans. Okay? If you got something you need to know about, you need to do it ahead of time. One of the main things that's going to make you successful, we talk about this in orientation, is planning ahead. Meal prep, planning ahead for everything. So you plan your workouts ahead of time, you write your times down. But if you have an emergency, or if you need to talk to me about something personal, please text me. Okay, I'm here, I'm available for you. The reason we have the group is so that you can ask the questions that apply to everybody, and everybody gets the benefit of the answer. Because if you've got a question about something, guarantee 20 other people do too. Does that make sense? And if everybody texts me about questions that apply to the group, I get 100 texts a day. And that would be very hard to respond to. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody got it? Please text me anytime if you have a personal situation. If, especially if something happens and you're going to miss time from working out. Don't text me and say, hey, I haven't been there in 3 weeks because. I've had that happen before. If you do that, don't be like, all right, well, you're out. You need to let me know ahead of time. If something happens in your family life and you can't come, you need to let me know. Okay, you can text me about that, and I'll call you. We'll talk. But don't wait till it's already happened and time has gone by. Say, hey, you know, I haven't been there in 3 weeks because this happened, or you know, this happened like a month ago. Don't do that. Like, I need to know everything. I don't like surprises when it comes to business. When it comes to this 6-week challenge, I don't like surprises. So I want to know about everything that's going on. If you have a personal situation, you have something you need to talk to me about. Okay? Awesome. Our trainers, Matt, Joe, whoever Joe with. Also, Erica, Regina. Those are your trainers. Matt and Joe are in Noda, and Joe is in South Charlotte too. Erica's in Concord, and Regina's in Indian Trail. All right, first thing we're going to talk about is motivation and mindset. Joe, take it away.
Yeah. What's up, peoples?
Yeah.
All right. One thing here at Heroic Fitness that we tend to live by is something called no excuses. All right, me and Kirk have talked about that. We've been boys for years. E, you know that. We've always pushed that. And one thing about no excuses that I learned, a lot of people don't know, I just went through an arm surgery myself, 2014. It was a very tough year. But what was funny was a month before my accident happened, I met a young lady named Barbie Thomas, who actually has no arms. Now, Barbie Thomas uses no excuses to the T. She still is a fitness competitor, a national fitness competitor. So that means she still goes to the gym every day, sticks to a meal plan every day. Oh, and also she's a single mom too.
Wow.
With no arms. Did I say that already? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I say that again. So then a month later, I also had an accident doing security for a rapper where I fell off the front of the stage about the same height as this one, and I landed sort of the plank position, and it tore my triceps and tendons off the bone on both arms. So now I was without both arms, both of them were in casts, all right? But the thing was, even my parents said, boy, if I was sitting around with couldn't use any arms, I'd probably kill myself. But they didn't realize a month earlier, I had met this young lady.
Wow.
And that's what stayed in my mind. I said, if she can make it, and she's not getting her arms back, I will be getting mine back one day. I can make it through this. But the one thing also was, the doctors also told me that it would be a year or more until I could bodybuild or train or any of that again. And this happened in June of 2014. In 2 weeks, I'll be stepping back on stage doing my first bodybuilding show since my injury.
Wow.
Thanks to my bro here having my back, he's one of the first people to come see me. Actually even helped feed me before when I couldn't bend my arms. So remember in your head, when you're showing up at the gym, you're trying to have little excuses. You're trying to tell me and Matt, I can't do this workout because I got this, or I sort of like, I think I might have hurt my hamstring today. I'm not sure, but it's sore a little bit. You're going to be sore those first couple weeks, okay? But remember in your mind, no excuse, because if this lady can do it with no arms, you can do it too. I see everybody ain't got all their arms and legs right now, so no excuses on that point, all right? So make sure you show up every day. Let's go hard. No excuses. If you need to remember this lady's picture, you can Google her, Barbie Thomas, write that down. If that's the motivational picture you need to have on your phone screen or in your house somewhere, put that up, because I definitely used her myself. So I can speak on that myself. I used her all the time. I would send her a message on Facebook like, Barbie, I just want to tell you, man, thank you for this. And she didn't even know she was motivated. That was the funny thing. When we was messaging, she was like, what? So I had to send her a picture of me and my cat. And she was like, oh my God, it happened. I told her the story and everything. But she motivated me without her even knowing that she was motivating me. All right? So find something that's going to motivate you to skip past those no excuses, man. Because I'm telling you, y'all going to hear it a lot. Even if you don't have excuses, you're going to hear the person next to you in the class trying to give an excuse of why they don't want to do the exercise. Matt going to tell them they got burpees. And they're like, oh, I don't want to do burpees. They're going to try to come up with some excuse. What's a modified version of a burpee? Burpees. All right? So when y'all show up and show out what y'all gonna do, and we gonna make sure this 20 pounds comes off for you, no excuses, stay motivated, we got your back. Kirk's got the meal plans, me and Matt got the workouts, Erica's got the extra motivation. Welcome to the team, welcome to the family, and let's get it. Let's drop this thing. All right?
It's funny that I'm in Heroic Fitness since September 2004. Did my challenge, went through everything, lost the weight, got healthier, and I never told my real story to everybody. So last April 1st, I just turned 46. I say it, done. 46, and I told my story about 14 years ago. I was rushed to the hospital, and I had my right side paralyzed. They thought I was having a stroke. I got to the hospital. It wasn't a stroke. They thought it was just a pinched nerve in my neck. Went back home. A week later, I couldn't walk for 7 months. Lost totally sensation in my legs. Lost all my muscles. I was so sick. I lost weight. People that knew me would cry sometimes when they saw me because I really got really sick. And I had doctors telling me that you're making this in your mind because you're not, we can find anything wrong. 2 months into this, they found out that I had chronic Lyme disease. Was already in my body for a while. I lost a lot of sensation in my right arm. I started doing physical therapy, found the yoga, and it was better. I was feeling a little better, and but I really deal with a lot of muscle pain, joint pains, and muscle spasm that sometimes was like very, very hard to deal with. But it was funny that I was shown for everybody. I'll tell everybody I didn't want that disease to identify me. So I always was like, no, I'm fine. Nobody knew that I was sick. I was fine, but in my mind, I kept a lot of excuses. Every time that I tried to run to see if I could lose some weight, because since then it was like 10 pounds, 5 pounds, 8 pounds. I was like, I can do it. It hurts too much. Doctor would say, don't do it. Just keep the yoga. Don't do that. Keep, happy, whatever you can do. And I was able to start walking again, and I was like, okay. Every time that I try to do something, I never finish because I'll leave all those excuses in my mind. I'll have my own pity parties. Nobody knew about it, but I had that. And that's funny. Sometimes we do that to ourselves. Everybody thinks we're fine, but we're not happy. We're not fine for what's going on. So to make the story short, 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. So I lost a lot of weight, but as soon as I started medication, I gained 28 pounds. And then I was like, done. I can't do this anymore. I can lose this weight. And I was able to lose 8 pounds. One vacation, came back, I had gained 9 pounds, and I was ready to give up. I was like, you know what, let me go out and buy clothes that is bigger and forget about losing weight. And then I was through Facebook, like most of you guys were, and I found the ad. And I was like, okay, maybe I should try this. There is nothing that I'm gonna lose by going there and checking it out. So I got there, and there was few people there at that time, and I said, you know what, let me sign up, because if I don't do it now, I'm not gonna do it. So I signed up, and I went back home finding more excuses. I was like, 21 miles to get here to work out for an hour? This is crazy. Being able to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, that wasn't in my plans at all. So I was like, okay, why did I do this? But my husband's gonna kill me if I don't get that money back, so I had to do this. So the money was my motivation in the beginning. I was like thinking, no, I want my money back. I can get very competitive with money. I was like, I want my money back. And that's what I did for the first week. And hurt as hell, I will get home, and my husband is like, you're crazy, why are you doing this to yourself? And I'm like, I'm doing it, you know, I can do it. But I was about to quit by the second week. But then I got home after a leg day on a Wednesday, and I got out of the car, and everything hurt, and my son looked at me, and he came next to me and hugged me, and said, Mom, I think you're too old for this. And I was like, what? Don't let her tell a 40-year-old woman that she's too old for something. I'm doing this. So after that, I was like, I'm going to prove this kid that I can do this. And I did it. And I finished. And let me tell you, I got emotional because really, my last 2 weeks, I woke up one day and I was like, I don't have any pain. And pain really limited me too much in so many ways. Like I gave up in a lot of things in my life for 14 years because of pain. And it was like amazing not to feel any pain in my body. Today I went through a Spartan race. If you guys don't know what it is, go check it out. And I conquered. And I did this because I got into this program. And I started believing in myself, and everybody around me was believing in me. So I can never give up. So now this is not like a diet thing, it's a life change. And I'm so happy for you guys, because you guys are ready to transform your life. So do it, follow the damn instruction. Do it, because it's gonna happen for you too.
All right, thank you, Regina. And Joe, everybody give them a round of applause. I'm so proud of both of them. I've known Joe, me and him have known each other for about 10 years. Regina, I've known her since she started last year. I've seen them both go through a lot, and both of them have changed and grown. I can't even tell you how much since I've known them. I saw Joe go through his injury. Persevered, always had a smile on his face, was always positive. I don't know how many of y'all could be positive if you couldn't use your arms. I know it would be tough, right? Regina, she doesn't even look like the same person that came to me for orientation 9 months ago. She came 9 months ago for her orientation, and if I had a picture of her when she came to orientation, you would not recognize her. She looks completely different. Her and Erica, they both came to the same orientation. She looks so different, I didn't even remember she was at orientation with Erica. She reminded me the other day. I was like, that was not you, that was a different lady. She said, no, that was me. I said, that was not you, that was some other lady. She said, no, that was me. I was like, that was that lady that dropped out. She said, no, that was me. The only reason I remember that Erica was there is because I knew Erica's mom from training her mom before. So, because Erica looks completely different too, and she's going to tell you her story and other things when she gets up. And if you came to orientation, you more than likely heard Erica's story. So, important for you. Why did you gain weight? You know, something happened in your life. Maybe you weren't motivated. Maybe you just don't know what to do. Okay. Weight gain is usually a symptom of something, right? Something happened in your life. Maybe you're a stress eater. Maybe you got busy at work. You know, maybe you got out of a bad relationship, had a financial issue come up. Whatever happened, right? We can't let that happen again, okay? Why do you want to change? And I asked you this in orientation. I actually had you write down on your sign-in sheet when you came to orientation. Everybody remember that? Why you wanted to change? And we had a discussion. Who wants to be able to walk up the stairs without getting winded? Who wants to be able to keep up with their kids? Who wants to be a good example for their kids? Who wants to not take the high angle selfies? Right? Remember? Who wants to not have to untag themselves off of those Facebook pictures? Remember we talked about that? Okay. Knowing your reason why is going to be very important, and that leads me to my second tip. My second tip for you all was, remember why you started. Okay? So 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, it's going to happen. It might happen this week. It happens for everybody whenever they start something new or whenever you all had a vision for what you want to do with your body, right? Whether you realize it or not, you had a vision. You saw the ad on Facebook and you had a vision. You said, I want to lose weight. I can't do it on my own. Maybe somebody told you about this program and you came to orientation, and maybe it was at the orientation, but you had a vision for what you wanted to do. Like, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 40 pounds. I want to lose 60 pounds. I want to lose 80 pounds, right? Everybody had a vision, either orientation or sometime between the time you heard about this program and the time you signed up. Maybe before you heard about the program, you had the vision, you just needed the program. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? You had a vision. Raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying. Okay. You had a vision for what you want to do with your body. Now you're here, you're about to get started. Remember why you started. Okay? It's only a 6-week program. It's going to get very hard at some point. Either in the workout is going to get tough, or you're going to get really hungry one day, you're going to be tempted to work, your coworkers are going to have donuts in the break room, or pizza, or somebody's going to be like, hey, you want to come to this happy hour party after work? There's going to be a point where you're going to get really tempted, and you're going to be kind of tired, and you're going to want to quit, or you're going to want to cheat, you're going to break down, you're going to ask yourself, why am I doing this? It might be during a workout. It's happened during workouts. For Erica, I know it happened during one of her workouts. You'll be doing something to be extremely hard, you're going to be sweating. You'll be like, why am I doing this? Okay? You might be at home on a Sunday, your family wants to go out to the park, but you got a meal prep. I mean, why am I doing this? If you remember why you started, you'll know why you want to finish. 6 weeks is not that long. Okay? You have to remember why you started. I'll give you my story for remembering why I started. So I started the Nutter location in August of 2013. 7 years, a little more than 7 years ago, August of 2007, I started Heroic Fitness out of a Planet Fitness on South Tryon. You were there. You remember seeing me. So and that's where me and Joe, a little before that, we met. 2001, August of 2001, I got the vision for Heroic Fitness. Okay? Between August of 2001 to August of 2007, it took that long for me to start it. From August of 2007 to August of 2013, it took that long for me to get the gym, my own gym. Okay? How many years is that? Anybody know? 2001 to 2013. 12 years. 6 weeks is nothing. Okay? You better believe there's more times than I can count on both hands and both feet where I had a why are you doing this conversation with myself? Why are you doing this? You come home, I come home one night, the power's off. Why are you doing this? Why are you sticking it out and trying to make this work? You know, my family told me I was stupid. They told me to get a real job. Okay? There's been plenty of times where I had that conversation where I had, 3 jobs. One of them was Heroic Fitness, and the other 2 jobs were pay the bills jobs, right? For me trying to get this started. Why are you doing this, Kurt? Why are you doing this? You have a degree. You could go get a job at a bank or a corporation or somewhere else. Why are you doing this? There was 12 years. Now it's been 15, but 12 years before I opened my first facility. Why are you doing this? And you better believe, if I didn't know why I was doing this, you all wouldn't be sitting in this room right here. Nobody would be here. Right? So if you don't remember why you start, you will not know why you want to finish. That is the most important thing I can tell you, and that's my tip for you all. Remember why you started and you know why you want to finish, and 6 weeks from now you'll be a completely different person. Because 9 months ago, I'll give you an example. 9 months ago, Erica was 269 pounds. Today she's 185 and she's a trainer.
184.
184. 9 months ago she was about to quit. She was about to quit massage school. She quit everything in her life before she lost that weight. It's the first thing she ever finished. 9 months ago, Regina was sitting in that orientation, and she was about 25 pounds heavier than she is now. Not thinking, not knowing if this would work or not, still making excuses. A year ago, Matt had just started working for me. He spoke 2 words every 45 minutes. Now he does not shut up. And he's a damn good trainer. Right? A year ago, he was just learning how to train people. He was shadowing me, and he spoke 2 words. Did I say he spoke 2 words every 45? Might have been every 60 minutes. I'm serious. A year ago, Kayla asking me if I had some work she could do part-time to get some high school experience. And now she's one of my best front desk people. A year ago, Yawanda was doing her challenge. You were finishing it up, weren't you? The first one. A year ago, she was finishing it up. Now she's done 2. She's like my right-hand person. She's pretty much my front desk lady in the mornings and my assistant. So you've only got 6 weeks to stick to this program and make it happen. It's not that long. No matter how hard it gets, just always remember you only have 6 weeks. 6 weeks. It's not that long. Some days it's going to feel like you have an eternity. You're going to be hungry, you're going to be tired, you're going to be like, screw Kirk, you know what he's talking about. I'm sick and tired of this. It's not that long. It's only 6 weeks. 6 weeks and your life will be changing. Because you're going to finish this, number 1. Anytime you finish something that you start, it makes you a better person and adds to your list of successes. You're going to lose 20 pounds. And it's not just about the weight, because your whole mindset is going to be totally different. Okay? You'll be a completely different person. You'll be able to do things in the gym you never thought you could do. You'll be able to do things outside of the gym you never thought you could do. You'll be getting compliments from people you thought didn't like you, people that were hating on you for doing this. Are going to be asking you how they can get started. And you're going to inspire somebody, and the day they come up and tell you that you inspired them, when you least expect it to happen, somebody's going to come to you one day and they're going to be like, I saw you do that, and you motivated me. You inspired me. Right? You made me want to be a better person. And that is one of the best feelings in the world when someone tells you that. And they're going to tell you that as long as you stick to this program, because they're going to see the hard work you put in. So that's what we got for motivation.
You want that?
I gave everybody the commitment versus interest speech. You're committed because you're here. Everybody here is going to finish, right?
Yeah.
Okay. People who are interested didn't show up today. They didn't sign up for this program. Everybody here is committed. You're in, you're all in, you're going to finish. Good, next one. Let's keep going to this is you.
Hey!
Erica, come on.
Look at that.
Thank you all.
Oh, my legs hurt really bad from the Spark race. All right, so, all right, so here at Heroic Fitness, like I was telling you guys, it is more than just a gym. What keeps you going, it's gonna be the people. The trainers, the people that are in this room right now, where you become friends, you become family, because everybody that you're gonna be working out with and doing the meal plan with and everything, they've either done this before or they're doing it with you right now. So you seriously, I mean, smiling faces, those are all real. That was actually after my first, that was right after my first weigh-in, after my first challenge. And everybody, I mean, it's it's such a good feeling. Like once you actually finish it and you have those people there to celebrate that with you, it's amazing. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, so sometimes we like to do crazy things when we have free time. And we like to, it's more than just the gym. Like just today, I know Jan went out on a race with some of the people from Heroic Fitness. We call each other the HFF, the Heroic Fitness Family. I should always do hashtag HFF. That's what I do. But that's a Fitness After Dark. We have another one this Saturday, next Saturday, because this Saturday is today. Next Saturday, it's at, where is it at?
Indian Trail.
Indian Trail at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Y'all need to come because it's thebomb.com. You don't have to dress up. That was on Halloween.
80s wear.
80s. And you can sing karaoke and it's going to be fun. So we do more than just what's at the gym too. But just like today, me, Kirk, Regina, Julie, one of Regina's friends, we did the Spartan race today. And blew my mind that I could even do that but it's because they were there that I finished. I was thinking halfway through, I was just like, if they were not here right now, I'd be walking out. I'd be like, I'm done. Bye. Not climbing that thing. But I had them there being like, you can do it. I have this crazy, crazy fear of heights. Like even being up here freaks me out a little bit. So thanks, guys. But half of the obstacles were super, super high. And because they were there cheering me on, I just did them. So you're gonna find friends, you're gonna find family, and it goes along with my tip: find people to motivate so that you get it in return too. So you'll get supported when you have something going on. Somebody somewhere has been through what you're going through, so somebody's gonna understand. That Facebook group that we'll tell you about that you're gonna be in. Put your stuff in there. Don't be negative in there. Put a positive twist on it. But if you have something going on, we're all here for you. Even if it's something serious, post it and somebody is going to build you up. Or call somebody, get some numbers while you're in the gym, call people. We're all here for you all the time, okay? So yeah, and then follow the damn instructions. It's going to be done by Matthew Cox because he helped me do that. So, yeah!
All right, so my little segment is about following the damn instructions. Inspiring story to tell. I just love training. Okay, it's a passion.
Tell them how you got started.
Tell them how I got started.
Warehouse. That's
You don't want to go there.
What story?
the whole thing. When you start out, you worked a couple jobs when you start out.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I guess that could be kind of fun. All right. So when I first started working for Heroic Fitness, I actually had 2 other jobs. I was working at a warehouse in Concord. What was it called?
You hated it.
I hated it. Oh, man, it's awful. Cement floors everywhere. There's a lot of beer, but we weren't allowed to drink it, so there was really no benefit of that. So what I would do is I'd pick up a case, put it on a pallet, and then I'd go to another area, grab another case, put it on a pallet. So for about, 10 hours, I'd be picking up beer and putting it on pallets, and sometimes I would drop them, and then I have to repeat that same process. Okay, so it was a lot of fun. Very, very fun. On top of that, I used to be part of a pit crew. So I would go on the weekends. I would travel X amount of hours to some random state that I didn't want to go to. Drive. Luckily, I wasn't on an airplane, but yeah, driving in a nice little Dodge Caravan. But one time we actually had a Toyota, so that was pretty fun. It was like a race car. Anyways, we would drive all the way out there, and I would work for about 3 hours maybe, and then we would drive all the way back that same day. So it was just one day of, maybe, how long is a pit stop? Maybe 20 seconds. So about 40 seconds of real work for an entire day. So that was enjoyable as well. And then I had this job. Okay, so at that point, I would do the 5 a.m. class and the 6 a.m. class. After those classes, I would drive back home. I would take a 2-hour nap, and then I would drive to that warehouse. I would work at the warehouse until maybe 1 a.m., something like that. And I would repeat that same process over and over and over until the weekend came. And then I would probably wake up again around 3 a.m., get in a van, and drive all day. So I did that for about a month and a half, and I said, I've had enough of this. I am a grumpy person. I cannot motivate people if I am upset. So I did my thing and I quit. I quit that warehouse job, and I sort of stuck around with the pit crew deal, but that kind of ended as well because I liked training. It's a passion. This is what I want to do forever. Okay, so I use that passion, that love of training to motivate everybody else. Okay, I want to be a motivator. That's what I want to do. I don't know how to do good speeches. I can talk loud and I can look at everybody, but being an actual, I don't know, talk motivator, it's not my forte. So I hope I can help everybody out. All right, I like to make jokes. Sometimes I'm sarcastic, so hopefully you have a sense of humor, so we can all laugh together. What's that?
You signed a waiver saying
Yeah, you signed a waiver, so I can mess with you anyways. Now that you know my story, let's follow damn instructions. So, like I said, be positive, okay? We don't want none of the negatives, okay? No drama, okay? Leave that at home. No trash talking, that's my job, okay? No complaining, I don't want to hear any of that, all right? No crying, and no fighting, okay? We're all adults, we don't need to fight, and we don't need to cry, unless they're tears of joy, and that comes in 6 weeks. All right, so the private page, all right, it is there to ask questions. Okay, any question that you have that pertains to everybody, as Kirk said, needs to be asked on that page. Okay, whether it's, can I have this to eat? Can I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Any question that pertains to absolutely everybody needs to be asked on the Facebook page. All right, it's there so we can help one another. All right, as he said, you know, one person has a question, I'm sure multiple people have that same question, all right? And also to motivate each other, okay? You can post positive things. Maybe you did not want to go to the gym that morning or that evening. All right, you can post about that and put a positive spin on it, okay? You woke up with a headache, or you bumped your pinky toe or your baby toe on the table or something like that, and you know, you're just having a horrible morning. Okay, you can post that. Like, I didn't want to go, I was having a horrible morning, but I went anyways, and it was the greatest workout ever. Okay, put that on there. That's going to motivate somebody else. All right, maybe they're having a horrible day as well, and they'll see that post, and they'll say, hey, I can have a good day too. All right, I'm going to go work out. I'm going to go hang out with Matt. So, and boom, look at that. Demonstrate overcoming obstacles. It is not for complaining about the scale. Okay, we have a brand new scale, costs thousands and thousands of dollars. It is perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. All right? We have little angels that work inside of it. It's never wrong. All right, and no complaining about the food. Okay? The food is also delicious. Okay? You made it. Okay? And no complaining about the workouts. Okay, that shouldn't even be up there. No one's going to complain about that. And then again, no complaining about your weight, whether it pertains to the scale or just in general, you're just mad about your weight. Okay, if you're complaining about your weight, all right, go harder at the gym. All right, prep your meals better. Just be intense. All right, bring that intensity level, you know, beyond that roof there. All right. Complaining about soreness. You should never complain about soreness. You should be extremely thankful for the soreness. Okay, if you're not sore, you did not try hard enough. Your intensity was way down there. Okay, yeah, I love being sore. Okay, if I'm not sore, I did something wrong. Okay, and again, no complaining. It's a good summary. Examples of, I think these are nice little motivational posts right here. Here's a good one. Awesome workout right there. And then we have little maybe statistics about how much they started with, current weight, how much they've lost. That'll help people to be motivated. It's like, oh, if she did it, I can do this. You know. Bottom line: be supportive, be positive, be understanding. I'm extremely understanding, but at the same time, I'm going to push you. Be friends. I am now your friend now. You're my friend now. I'm going to learn your names one by one by one by one. Be a family. That's exactly what this is. It's a giant family. Okay? Even if we're only here for 6 weeks and you just decide to bail, you're still my family. You're still my friend. You're still going to come back and say hi to me. I already know.
He's going to make you do burpees when he sees
I'm
you.
going to make you do burpees when you get back, but we're still going to be friends and family. And then follow the damn instructions, all right? It's that simple, okay? If you have a question about the food and it's not on that list, you know, don't eat it. Just follow that. It's easy. And absolutely no, right? Yeah, there we go, no crying. All right, like I said, we're all adults. Those are all children, except for that
they're
one
all
man
children.
over there, but he was acting like a child. I don't know, he missed a shot. All right, so, famous Kurt quote, follow damn instructions right there. The purpose, all right, is to get results, transform your life, and empower you to succeed, okay? Once you pass this, 6 weeks from now, once you're done with this, you've lost all your 20 pounds, all right, you're going to be able to motivate other people to do this, okay? Not only other people, but yourself to do other things. Okay, it's like I lost 20 pounds. I can easily, like if you don't know how to ride a bike, I can easily ride that bike. I can teach that kid how to ride that bike. I can do other things on top of what I am already successful at doing, all right? We're going to grow as a person, all right? And that's what FTDI is for. That is what we are for, to support you.
Yay.
Wanda. Appreciate it. You go high.
Yolanda.
He's back there.
Your Good work, everybody. Thanks for listening to me.
So you wanted to tell you about the importance of checking in because you have to do it for your contract if you want to be eligible to get your money back. That's why we give you your money back, because those check-ins are our advertisement. Does everybody understand that? Yes. So you have to check in at your particular location. She's going to go over it with you. When you're at your location, if you have trouble doing it, ask the front desk person or the trainer who's training you. And they will show you how to check in at that particular location. They're going to go over with you how to do it real quick, and then at that location, if you have trouble with it, just ask your trainer, or if you know to ask the front desk person, they'll show you how to do it. But you have to do it every time. If you do not have 30 and you lose 20 pounds, you do not get your money back. Okay? So, pay attention is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, so with Facebook, you have to have 30 check-ins. Okay, so on Monday, your first check-in would be number 1 of 30, first day, I'm excited to start, or whatever, or you can do that at the beginning, or after your workout, you can say, it sucked, but I did it, but be positive. Just make a positive spin to whatever you post.
So it has to have the number of that workout that
Yes.
day? Yep.
Yes. If, let's say like you know that you're gonna miss one workout, one day out of the week, you can double up and just go ahead and check in for both. Like if you do back to back, number 1 and number 2 of 30, and and so forth. If you don't have Facebook, get it. Because if you don't have, it's required, like you said, you will not get your money back if you don't check in. Make sure you add Kirk on Facebook, and we can add you into the 6 weeks transformation group, and that's where you will get motivation from other people. You can post your questions there, and somebody will answer it. It's for all of you and all of everybody else that's been in the challenge before. So everybody has a smartphone, right? First thing you do is get the app, and then when you check in, you go in the search bar, and you will search for Heroic Fitness Transformation Station. This is for NOTA. And then, next, make sure you are checking in the right one. There's like 4 or 5 different ones now, right? Okay. So if you're at South Charlotte, you select South Charlotte. If you're Indian Trail or Concord or NOTA, just make sure you select the correct one. So for the South Charlotte, you just search, okay, you changed it. Okay, so then you,
It's the same at all.
okay, yes, it's the same, okay. Next page. click check in, and then, like I said, you number it, number 1 of 30 at Hero Fitness. So you can check in today, at orientation, excited to get started. Okay.
Sure, so that's-
Huh?
Once they're friends with me.
Oh, once they're friends? Okay, yeah. When you add Kurt, we'll go in and add you into this group, the 6-week Epic Transformation Group. There are files there where you can find things like approved condiments. It's also in your packet.
You say we need to have to add Kurt?
Kurt Hudson,
You have to be friends with me to get in the 6-week group.
Yep.
So therefore, you need to be friends with me on Facebook. Okay? If you're not friends with me on Facebook, we can't put you in the 6-week group. So that picture you took today, making your profile picture, and send me a friend request. You told them to do that, right?
Okay, so the other thing that we have, I'm already friends on the heroic fitness thing. Is that the same thing?
That's different.
You have to be friends with me personally.
Yep.
Oh.
So what if we're already friends with you?
Do you need to change your profile picture to that?
So
To
we'll add you to 6
And do we need to like tag you?
No, you don't need a tag.
No. You got a list for me, right?
Yeah, we have a list.
I got a list. You got it. Just change that to your profile picture.
Okay, what
If that is not your profile picture, I will not put you in the group. Your picture you took today,
Just
till I get you in the group.
I'll be like, wait a minute.
It's not that big of a deal. Nobody's cutting your arm off. Okay?
That's so you'll know that we were here today.
Yeah,
and
that's so I know that you're doing the challenge when I go through it real quick. Huh? Profile picture.
You can change it back once you get in the group. Once you see you've been added to the 6-week Epic Transformation.
All right. The most important part of this orientation is coming up right now.
Yes.
if you are not added in a couple days, in 3 days, by Wednesday, let me know, or your trainer or somebody in the front desk, and we'll add you in the group.
This is the most important part. We're going to go over the meal plan.
Yes.
If you do not follow the meal plan, I would highly encourage you to take notes right now. If you do not follow the meal plan, you're going to come up to me fat and furious because you're not going to lose any weight. You're laughing, but I'm serious. You cannot just do the workouts and cardio and think you're going to lose 20 pounds. You have to follow the meal plan. You're gonna wear what you eat. So if you're eating bad foods, you're gonna keep that weight on. If you're eating the food you're supposed to be eating, it's gonna come off. First thing first, you gotta plan out all your meals. That means you gotta prepare your food on Saturday or Sunday. If you don't prepare your food ahead of time, when you get hungry, you will cheat. It's that easy. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
If you do not have food with you at all times, you will cheat. You'll get hungry and you'll cheat. Your body, we have you eat the amount of food we have you eat because your body has survival mechanisms. Who's ever remember in history class when they talked about caveman would go and they would hunt their food, right? They would kill it, they would eat it. Everybody knows about that? They still teach that at school, right? Okay. So back in caveman days, or back in when people were killing their food, they kill some food, they'd eat it. Might be a couple days before they get some more food. So the body was designed to store the food. You eat it, your body will store it, give you energy to sustain for a couple days. Our bodies don't do that anymore because we feed them. So if you don't feed your food, if you don't feed your body, your metabolism is going to slow down. It's going to go into a storage mode. And you're not going to lose the weight you need to lose. That's why you never go hungry. If you go hungry, your survival mechanism is going to kick in. Your thyroid hormone is going to slow down. Your metabolism is going to slow down. And your weight loss is going to pretty much stop or get really slow. That's why we have you eat 6 times a day. And that's why we have you eat the food that we have you eat. Most people do not get hungry during the challenge because there's so much food. It's more food than they normally eat. But it's designed that way for a reason. Your body will always fight to go back to homeostasis, which is where you're at right now. You're stuck in a weight. All right, we're going to have you working out. We're going to have you change up your meal plan so that you lose weight. If you don't eat enough food, if you skip meals, if your body goes into survival mode, It's going to stay at homeostasis, which is the weight you're at now. You will not lose your weight. It's very important to do exactly what we tell you right now. Follow the meal plan. Eat all the protein, carbs, and fats we tell you to eat. And just do it. Do not skip meals. Do not put your own spin on it. Do not say, I don't like that food. Just do it, and you'll lose the weight. Okay? I told most of you all this in orientation, but there's some things in life that you have to go through to understand. You can ask questions about it all day long, and you'll never understand it until you experience it firsthand. Has anybody ever had that happen? There's some things you have to do to lose, some things you have to do to understand. Like you can ask questions about a workout. Well, how's that going to make me feel? What's that going to do? And I just tell you to come try it out. Because I can't answer all your questions and make you understand how a workout's going to make you feel, make you understand what's going to happen. Ask any woman in here who's had a baby.
Okay.
She can't explain what you go through to have a baby. She's going to tell you to go have one. If you're a female and if you're a male, she'll just be like, you'll never understand it. I'm serious, right? Who in here's had a baby? Just, right? You can't explain to somebody that process. They have to experience it firsthand, correct? So there's some things in life you just have to experience to understand. So don't ask us why you have to eat the vegetables you have to eat, why you have to eat the carbs you have to eat. Just eat them. We're going to go over that right now, but you're not going to understand it until you do it and lose the weight. And you understand why we ask you to do what we ask you to do. Go back. Negative feedback loop. So, if you don't eat the food that we tell you to eat, okay? If you eat less calories because you think you're going to help yourself out and lose extra weight. If you don't eat enough calories, your body has a negative feedback loop, all right? It slows your metabolism down, and you will not lose weight. If you eat too much food, you won't lose weight, obviously, right? So, but don't try and put your own spin on this and eat less food than you're supposed to eat. That's happened before. Somebody on the stage when she first started coming to me. So, the protein we tell you to eat it. In the amounts we tell you to eat. The carbs, eat them in the amounts we tell you to eat it. We tell you to do that because it works. For a reason. Everything you do here is for a reason because it works. Alright. People always ask me, what vitamin can I take to lose weight? Vitamin B1, vitamin C. I'm going to tell you right now, none of that matters if you're not getting in. Those are micronutrients. None of that matters if you're not getting in your protein, carbs, fats, and water. This is the most important thing to take in. No vitamin, no multivitamin, no special pill matters if you're not eating the proper protein, the proper carbs, the proper fats, and drinking enough water. There's no magic pill, there's no magic potion. Okay? Write this down. You're going to drink a gallon of water a day at least. A gallon of water at least. Protein. You're going to eat the protein because that's the building blocks of muscle. Okay?
What did you say with protein?
You don't need to write that down. Protein is building blocks of muscle. That's why you need the protein. It's going to help you build the muscle. It's going to help maintain your muscle as you lose weight. Your carbs that you eat is the fuel to fuel your workouts. Eat the carbs we tell you to eat. Don't cut them out too early. Don't try and put your own spin on this. We always have people who come to me and they say, I didn't eat any carbs the first 2 weeks. I just thought I would help. I would help out your program and be a pioneer. Well, obviously being a pioneer isn't working because it didn't help them out. So do exactly what we ask you to do. We have you eat the carbs for fuel, protein to maintain your muscle mass as you lose weight, and we have you eat essential fatty acids because it's a low-fat meal plan. There's no fats in the protein or the carbs that you're eating. Fat helps regulate your hormone production, helps keep your hair, skin, and nails healthy. If you don't have any fat in your diet, your hair, when your nails will get brittle, your skin won't be as moist, as oily, and it'll mess up your hormone production. Okay? That's why we have you eat the essential fatty acids, the fish oil pills. So that's why that's in there. It's essential. All three are essential. You need all three. Water. 70% of your body is water. If you don't drink enough water, you're going to be dehydrated. You have a headache. You're going to catch cramps in the gym. Especially because you're not eating a whole lot of carbs on this meal plan. Water is going to be key. All right. At first, you're going to go to the bathroom all the time. It's because you're not drinking enough water now. It's not my fault. It's nobody here's fault. We're not trying to punish you by making you drink a gallon of water. We want you to drink a gallon of water because that's what you should be doing. If you're drinking like 2 glasses a day, or 4 glasses a day, you're not drinking enough. And when you start drinking more water, when you don't drink enough water, your body holds water. Just like when you don't eat enough food, your body holds food. So when you don't drink enough water, your body holds it. So when you start drinking a gallon of water a day, you're going to go a lot. Because your body's getting rid of water weight. Because you're retaining water because you're not drinking enough water. Once that evens out, once your body gets adjusted, it flushes out the excess water you're holding, you'll be back on a normal, regular schedule of going to the restroom. Okay? But at first, your body's going to shed excess water because you're not drinking enough water now. You're going to sweat a whole lot in the gym. But it's because you're not drinking enough water. So this is to help you out. This is to help out all your bodily functions. All right, 7 habits of highly effective challengers, especially with the meal plan. You follow the instructions. You never go hungry. You must eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. And Ashley's going to go over that too. 2.5 to 3 hours you need to eat. You got to work out 5 days a week for 1 hour at the gym. You got to do 30 minutes of additional cardio on your own. Write that down. Every day. 7 days a week. 30 minutes of additional cardio. Write it down. You either do that first thing in the morning or you come work out with us first thing in the morning. And that's done on an empty stomach. Okay? So if you're coming to work out at 5 a.m., then you get up at 4 a.m. or 4:30 and you come to the gym and then you can do your cardio right after that or at night. It would be best to do it right after that.
Right after what?
After the workout if you come early.
Not before?
Hold all your questions to the end. If you're going to work out at night, you need to get up in the morning and do your cardio for 30 minutes. Whatever time you got to get in to do it, do it. It needs to be on an empty stomach. Wake up, go for a 30-minute walk. Get on the elliptical machine, ride a bike. It's recovery cardio, so you're going to keep your heart rate 120 beats a minute or less. Right? You're not trying to go out and jog or sprint. You're just moving for 30 minutes. Go for a walk, ride the elliptical. It shouldn't be something you have to mentally pump yourself up to do. You just get up and go. 30 minutes. Does everybody understand? That's the cardio portion. First thing in the morning, or if you're going to work out first thing in the morning, do it after the workout or at night. Does that make sense? Perfect. All right. Drink a gallon of water per day. Use only the recommended supplements. We'll go over that at the end. Studies show that people that, if you participate in the group, you're going to have better results. And I've seen it happen in the past. So my recommendation would be check in once a day. We have to check in. But on top of your check-in, post something in that group, like a meme or something motivational every day. The best way to get motivated is to motivate somebody else. If you're not feeling motivated, motivate somebody else, you'll feel motivated. Pour into somebody else. Help somebody else out. And don't forget to have a positive attitude. All right. Now, Ashley, Chef Easton, is going to go over the meal plan. She helped me expand it and the portions and everything.
Alrighty. First page. So we, as Kurt mentioned, we're going to have 6 meals a day. We're going to eat every 2 to 3 hours. We explain the science behind that. So the examples that we have on here, egg white, spinach, those are just examples. That's not exactly what you have to eat. You can go to the back of the page, the back of the packet, and sub in any of your protein, carbs, or vegetables that you like from the page. A lot of times, some people see this and they think that's what they have to have. It's just an example. So in each little bubble, breakfast, lunch, dinner, there's a time. This goes back to planning. So as Kirk said, if you're working out at 5 a.m., that you need to eat after your workout. So just in your mind, you need to know what time breakfast is. So if you're traveling to the gym and you're going straight to work after that, you need to have your breakfast in the car. So those are just the little time things just to kind of get you on a plan. So breakfast, lunch, dinner is what we call 3 whole food meals. And then we have our in-between meals. Those are going to be your shakes, pills, supplements, etc. So we're going to flip to the next page. Once again, just examples. We're going to have protein, carbs, and veggies, as we've discussed. So under there it says a portion of protein is approximately the size of the palm of your hand. Well, I got big hands, so I just want to let everybody know that for women, this is 4 ounces. For men, this is 6 ounces of protein. All right, and then moving on to carbs.
For women, this is going to be 1/3 of a cup, and for men, a half a cup. Veggies are about a cup. You can go a little more. Veggies, I don't like to say they're unlimited because they're not. You can't. It's not unlimited, but about a cup. But you can, if you're feeling a little hungry, I would rather you eat a cup of lettuce than extra carbs. So this is just, once again, back to planning. If you want to take notes, you can on your meals, like, I was hungry, or I was full. If you're, anything you don't like, you can definitely come back to me. You can come to Kirk. We can talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and let you know. He's going to look at you and he's going to say, just follow the damn instructions. And but he is also here for us to discuss anything. And then was the other slide on here? The approved condiments? Okay, good. All right, so if you're a sauce person, I'm a sauce person. This is kind of like the part I don't like. So we did add in a couple things. So lemon and lime juice can be a lifesaver. So let's say I get done cooking some chicken and I used to put barbecue sauce on it and it was delicious. Can't do that now. So now we can just squeeze some fresh lemon or lime juice on top and it will make a world of difference, just to let you know. A lot of people do buy canned ingredients. That's fine. I always recommend fresh markets and fresh vegetables and meat and all that, but I understand a lot of people are busy and the canned option, just make sure there's not sodium in the cans that you buy. We also have salsa in moderation, of course. Mustard is just going to be plain yellow. We'll just keep it as simple as you can, especially for the first couple weeks. Just keep it simple. And some people are like, what about Dijon? What about whole grain? I mean, just keep it yellow mustard. You're going to see that the results are going to speak for themselves. Vinegars, balsamic and red wine, those are good tossed in salads as a salad dressing replacement. And then calorie-free herbs and spices. Those are your fresh herbs, parsley, cilantro, oregano, and then of course Mrs. Dash seasoning is all salt-free. And there's a nice little line of those. I also saw in the grocery store. Huh? Yeah, they have like lime, they've got a lot of good stuff. I prefer garlic and fresh herbs when I cook, but if you're meal prepping, I will give you all a tip. Dry herbs are going to be better than fresh herbs because you're cooking these items on Sunday and they're not going to hold their nutritional value like the dry ones. That's what they're made for a longer time. So that's good. And of course he's got the recommended 6-week supplements, which Kirk will go over with you. The protein, those are going to be for your in-between snacks. You can't have like avocados and stuff, so your fatty acids come from the fish oil. And then if you all, I think I heard someone in here who had done the meal plan when it was nothing. Well, I did, okay, so you remember, it was like, pick from these 6 things. And
It was that.
this was your meal plan. And that was it. So, I don't even like to hear anybody complain about the meal plan now because this is like the bomb now. I mean, there's fruit now. I mean, this is good. So that's everything. And of course, they have a little diagram, best to good. So if you're really trying to be an A student, let's stay within this realm of stuff to eat. But 6 weeks is a while, and you might want to maybe you love red meat like me. So we put top sirloin on here, and I was like, yes, because I like red meat. But that's not going to give you as great benefits as your chicken breast, turkey breast, those leaner items. Okay. I'm sorry?
The one with the red on it, what is that?
Yeah, I don't spell check.
Oh,
Yeah, it didn't like those words. So I'm also here to tell you all, I did put together a little cookbook for Kirk. If you like to cook and you're really stuck, I always see a trend. The first week, 2 weeks, I'm at the grocery store, here's a picture of all my stuff, I'm so excited. Then real life sets in, and it's like, oh, but my kids have this, and oh, I had to go do this, and I have to do which is that's just life. We're all busy. I do offer, I have the cookbook, and then I offer a meal prepping service. I have a couple people, I know I see 2 people here that have used it, so you can definitely, ask them about it. But basically, we set up a week schedule, and I cook all your meals for the week. They're all follow the damn instruction approved, and you pick them up, and you have 3 bags of already prepped meals that you put in your fridge, and you can pick and choose. I've got one girl who just does breakfast, I've got someone who just does dinner, because those are the times that they're the busiest. But I will pull over my information. And then also, if you want to get in touch with me, please do not message me on Facebook. They go into a file, like an other file, and I missed out on a lot of business recently because I didn't even know this file exists. You can tag me in the group, or you can send me an email, and I will respond like that to anything. I just don't want your message to go into that other folder, and it's like, oh, well, she said she was here, and then she never got back to me. So I found that out the hard way, and I have that information. That's so you can see how my name is spelled, and you can write any of this down. And this tag me is in the 6-week challenge group. So, hey, Ashley, I'm at the grocery store. Like Kurt said, if I've got my phone out, I'll get to you. Or you can email me. It goes straight to my phone as long as I'm not in the kitchen. I keep my phone out in the kitchen. Those things got bacteria all over them. But when I'm out of the kitchen, I'll get back to you. But I'll turn it back over to Kurt. Thanks. Oh, yeah.
Does serving a cup of carbs